Today's Saturday, July 16th, and I had a really nice surprise finding that I have peaches on my fruit tree. I can see one here and one up there, and it could be more up there, just haven't looked yet. I'm very excited because this is the first time any of my trees had fruit on it, and I don't think it had any flowers that I could see, so yeah, I do have just two on it, but boy, they are good looking. They should be ready in a couple of weeks maybe, unless the birds eat it. Yeah, nothing on the other ones for sure. Nope. But that was a really nice surprise for me to see that, because I was not expecting any, since we had a frost, and the couple of flowers that I had seen were on the apple tree and they froze off. So I never seen any flowers on the peach tree. It's a good looking tree. I just harvested my kale already, so this is still growing, and I'm sure I'm gonna have a few more harvests out of this. Last time what I harvested, I dehydrated them, and it gave me a quart jar of dehydrated kale. I'm expecting I'm gonna have the same amount again with this harvest. I got a whole bunch. Does this guy have anything? No. Okay, the corn again is not doing any better. I did harvest some of the Swiss chard, and the cabbages look good under there. The cucumbers are catching up. I just watered them. We haven't had any rain for over a week, so it's really dry. The butternut squash looking much better than last time. It's definitely no longer yellow, and it has flowers on it. Since then we had watered a couple of times, so that helped. It's just we need more rain. I got my pumpkin growing here, and my sweet potato and some potato. What else we have? We have some beets. There's a melon, there's another melon, and there's a third one. And these are my little pepper and tomato plants that I planted from seeds really late, and just seeing what's gonna happen with that. Probably nothing, but everything else about the same as last time. So that's all that's going on. I did again reseeded the beans, because these climbing beans were just reseeded twice, I think. Anyway, they just keep eating them. So the rats or chipmunks, I don't know what they are. Okay, so I have moved the two marigolds, because they were so big and just overwhelming the beds. Here's a good, nice butternut squash, and this just shows how these beds are different, because this bed has the expected growth that I would expect from a butternut squash by now, and I do see one fruit on it that took, and there was one that didn't take, and I took that off already. And hopefully they'll have some more, but definitely at least one we're gonna have. I just see male flowers so far on up here, and usually on the end where you're gonna see female flowers. So I'm hoping it's gonna have some later on coming out of those buds. Okay, it's very hot and humid. I did work on some of the fire pit area, stepping stones, but I didn't get very far, so I'm not gonna even show. I'm gonna be back next weekend and get a lot more done, hopefully, but at least I took care of the garden, I weeded some, I watered it, I harvested what I could, so I'm happy with that. See you next weekend. So these are either wild raspberries or blackberries. I think they're black raspberries, that's what they are. But I got a whole bunch, I'm gonna pick some. They're not all ripe. There's another big bush that is coming on strongly. So I'm gonna take some home. Yeah, fruit everywhere, free fruit. And then I'm gonna go home. The flies are just biting tremendously. Hopefully we will have rain. See you next weekend for sure.